Summer vacation season is coming for millions of Americans and foreign visitors looking for affordable short-term rentals. Once the choice was pretty limited to hotels and relatives, but now there's a battle between two major industries over a place to stay. Lisa Fletcher takes us to New York City for the story.
In the city that never sleeps,
well, I'm the Dickies cowboy.
Finding a place to do just that without breaking the bank and the law is a daunting task for tourists and for tenants.
I do worry about the outcome, and I do worry about breaking the law, but there comes a time when you have to say, I have to do what is best for me, what makes most sense for me financially.
Many New Yorkers with extra space, like Jordan Reeves, walk a fine legal line when they use home-sharing sites to make ends meet. It's been nearly a decade since state lawmakers banned rentals of fewer than 30 days, unless the owner is present, in what's called the, quote, multiple dwelling law. A law some Airbnb hosts say may sometimes be overlooked.
All of a sudden we went from living paycheck to paycheck to being able to go out to dinner once a week, or go to see a movie, or maybe see a Broadway show, which is why you live in New York City anyway.
Despite the legal limits, Airbnb has seen its value skyrocket to $31 billion. That's more than the hotel chains Hilton and Hyatt combined. The company is facing regulations on a city-by-city basis. Just this week, Los Angeles moved to regulate Airbnb by barring people from renting houses and apartments that are not their primary residence. A move Airbnb says is a positive step in the right direction. But the company was also the focus of a Federal Trade Commission investigation. Senators Elizabeth Warren, Dianne Feinstein, and Brian Schatz said they are, quote, concerned that short-term rentals may be exacerbating housing shortages and driving up the cost of housing in our communities. The report went on to cite that, quote, 72% of unique units rented in New York City appeared to violate local and state law. It's why lawmakers in the Big Apple, with its record of 60 million tourists last year, say their city needs to become the urban epitome for home sharing.
I'm in the middle. I don't hate the hotel industry. I don't love Airbnb, but I think it's something whose time has come.
State Congressman Joseph Lenthal represents the popular borough of Brooklyn. He wants to get rid of that multiple dwelling law, instead permitting hosts to rent one unit at a time, their home, and requiring them to register in a state database.
There are a lot of things to do in the outer borough that a lot of people want to see, and when they come to New York, and they're doing it now. They're coming, but they don't know if it's legal or illegal, and a lot of the home sharing people are scared because they don't understand what the law is, what they can do and what they can't do. We want to clarify what it is.
Left up to the hotel industry, it would be as limiting as possible. It backs a group called Share Better that uses hidden cameras to infiltrate host homes. The New York Times obtained internal documents from the American Hotel and Lodging Association that lay out a wide-reaching campaign to defeat Airbnb at state houses across the country and in the media. Airbnb is fighting back hard. In New York, it spent $404,000 in the first half of 2017 just on lobbying the state's lawmakers. New York State Assemblyman Joseph Lenthal says a real bill needs to pass.
And give it to
And if it doesn't pass, what does that say?
It says that the lobbyist won the lobbying against it. And that would be sad because that happens in Washington all the time, doesn't it?
What's the status of the bill?
Right now, the state of New York has not voted on the legislation, but the state comptroller just came out with a new report that says Airbnb is actually costing residents money and that it drove up the cost of rent by about $616 million in 2016.
With all these local actions, is there anything that someone's trying to do at a congressional level?
Well, given the number of congresspeople that we talked to that are involved in this, you would think so, but we haven't seen any evidence of it.